I'm Conrad Bahr, C-Rat, and it's time for another Pigskin preview. Today we will be looking at the 2024 football season for the Grand Saline Indians. We'll get right into the preview after this word from Grand Saline Veterinary.
At Grand Saline Veterinary Clinic, they are dedicated to providing quality care and compassionate services. Grand Saline Clinic offers wellness, exams, spay and neuter, vaccines, boarding, grooming, dental care, and makes house calls. Locally owned and operated, they love their pets. The other location is Diamond L Veterinary Service in Wills Point. They are open Monday through Thursday 8 to 5:30 and Friday 8 to 5. Located at 370 Highway 110 in Grand Saline, call 903-962-4296. At Grand Saline Veterinary Clinic, working with you for the wellness of your pet.
The Grand Saline Indians are under the direction of head coach Joe Drennon. They're in District 9 3A Division II Region 3. They got 8 starters returning on offense and 7 on defense. Last year they went 4-6 overall and 2-4 in district. I had the chance to sit down with head coach Joe Drennon. Here's my interview with the coach. All right, we got Grand Saline head coach and athletic director Joe Drennon here. Coach, appreciate you taking time out of your busy summer schedule to meet with KMOO and the radio station. I know you're very familiar with KMOO, obviously with your coaching history, which we're about to hear about. But this is my third interview with you, so appreciate the time and appreciate you as always. But just to get started here, Coach, tell us a little bit about your coaching background and what got you into coaching high school athletics, and give us the rundown.
This is what I've always wanted to do. I mean, from the time I picked up a football, in the backyard with my brothers to starting playing in the 7th grade, I knew I was going to be around football the rest of my life. And so it's been really good to me. It's given me and my family a good life, and it's one that I've enjoyed with the relationships I've made throughout the years. I've had some really good people that's helped me get to where we're at, and really proud of what we've accomplished along the way.
Yes, sir. Well, give us a little bit about your coaching background. Obviously, you've been at Grand Saline for a few years, but tell us where you've had stops at.
I started out at Monticello, Arkansas as an assistant coach way back in the day. Came from there to Texas after 1 year and went to Liberty, Iowa with David Ream. Mm-hmm. And I was there for 8-9 years with David. Went to Texas High for a year and then came back to Liberty, Iowa as athletic director. And went from Texas High to Liberty, Iowa. Went to Corsicana Mildred as athletic director, then came to Mineola as athletic director.
Yes, sir.
And then I went out to Hallsville for a few years as athletic director and football coach, and now I'm here. So
yes, sir.
I bounced around, but it's all kind of been this area. It's not been like, out West Texas or anything. It's all been kind of what I call East Texas.
Yes, sir.
I guess you can say Corsicana was kind of central, but it's not really.
Right.
Not really.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously I know you've been coaching for a long time. Tell us what in particular this past off season, what you guys maybe have done a little bit different with your workouts, and how's your spring gone in general?
It's gone well. We've got a program that we've set and we've kind of lived by for quite a while, and it's been very, very beneficial to us throughout my career. I got to hire my son who played for me at Mineola to come on with me this past year. He was our strength coordinator. He's done a really good job with that. We really concentrated on getting our kids a little more flexible, a little faster, and of course, obviously, a lot stronger. I've had a philosophy for many years. The stronger you are, the more you're in that weight room and stuff like that, the less likely you are to be injured. Because that weight room is not just about football team; it's about athletes, and we believe in it. And if you get your body parts to the strength we want them to be and stuff, you're a lot less likely to be injured on a football field or a basketball floor or whatever. So, but we've done a good job with that. We've had a good spring. We got a couple of guys healing up from just about injuries, not having them, but
right.
We got a couple of MCLs that just happened, and we got those healing up, and hopefully we'll get those guys back before district play starts and stuff. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All right, so tell us about last season, what you thought of last season's results, and the graduating class, and then coming freshman you got.
Had some good kids graduate last year. We felt like we were going to be pretty darn good last year, and we were. Then we had some key players get injured just on freak deals, and Peyton Butterfield got hurt. Alex Salazar really hurt us when he got injured with his knee, and then we had some other stuff along the way that kind of kept us down a little bit. We ended up being 4-6, and the thing was crazy. We were in just about every game to the end on every. I just felt like if we'd had our kids, we might have had a lot better football season. But that's what this game does. You gotta handle it whatever's dealt to you, But I really felt like we lost some good. Peyton Butterfield, he's going to Howard Payne to play. Brian Ozalde was a really good football player for us. He's going to Howard Payne also to play.
Yes, sir.
Alex Salazar, like I said, we lost him to an injury, but he's not going to play. But man, what a heck of a high school football player he was. So, we lost some good kids. We got a lot of kids returning and a lot of good kids returning. So I'm excited about that.
All right, so expanding on that, can you tell us some kids you and your staff are excited about, or any key pieces on offense and defense that you're going to see?
Our offense is going to run through our quarterback like it generally does. Jet Taylor was our quarterback last year as a sophomore. Threw for a lot of yards, ran for a lot of yards last year. A heck of a worker, great leader, one of the best athletes we got. He's just a heck of a football player, just a heck of an athlete. And then he's a great student in the classroom. He's just that all-around person that you want leading your football team, and it's going to kind of run through him. But we got him, Colton Prox is coming back as a wide receiver, defensive back. Colton was all-district first-team receiver last year as a freshman. He had a really good season. I'm looking for big things out of him. Blaine Thompson also played receiver, defensive back for us. Blaine didn't play for a couple of years, come back, played last year, man, and he got a lot better as the year went on. And I'm expecting big things out of him. He's a good football player. Colt Boyd, he's one of the guys where he had to have MCL surgery, kind of tweaked it during 7-on-7. Man, he's a heck of a football player. Linebacker, running back. He's going to be more of a running back this year. He's been our H-back somewhat, but we put him at running back after Butterfield got hurt last year, and he did a really good job at it. We'll be excited when we get him back. Gavin Rodriguez came a long ways for us last year. He's going to be a junior this year. He's a 6'5" tight end, defensive end kid. I'm expecting good things out of him this year. Our offensive line, Eric Rios is back at center, who had a really good year last year. Gabe Lewis will be back. He's another one that had to get his MCL fixed, and he should be back first week of practice. The Green twins, they both contributed to us last year, Trent and Trevor. Looking forward, hoping Lucas Nelson can come around and play a little bit for us this year. We've got a lot of kids coming back that I think. Carson Brown, I don't want to leave him out. He's been a starter for us since forever. Man, what a heck of a football player and a heck of a leader. He's been up here all summer long. Carson went from being a quarterback in 8th and 9th grade to being a tight end. Now he's an offensive defensive lineman, and a lineman. He's been playing linebacker for us a lot for the last few years. But hopefully, if we get Colt back, Carson might can go down, put his hand in the dirt a little bit, and make us a lot better up front. Expecting really big things out of him. He is such a good kid and such a good athlete that he does a lot of things for us. He plays basketball, plays baseball. He's just that great high school kid that you love having. Got him. We've got several kids I think that we're expecting big things out of.
All right, I know this past season you went 4-6, and obviously you've been coaching for a while. You've also won a state championship as well. But is there anything that you did different this coming year to improve your team as far as stuff you might have done early on in your coaching career, or maybe at a different stop, things of that nature?
We've got a philosophy of just going to work, to be honest with you, and we believe in what we do. Just because we had a season that wasn't what we expected it to be, I'm not going to change what we do.
Yes, sir.
We are going to always look and tweak and do some things with our offense and our defense and things of that nature. If you go to changing your philosophy every year because you didn't do something the way you thought, and I didn't change it from the time we won state championship either.
Sure. Yes, sir.
We got back, and like I said, our kids that Monday, they get back into they're sitting on a knee waiting in the weight room to go to work out. They just want to ring. So
right.
I mean, we do what we do, and it's not to say that we're hard-headed or anything like that, but we believe in what we do, and our kids believe in what we do, and they know that the ball's not always going to bounce your way per se, But what you do is you come back, and I always tell them, hey, most important play on the football field is the next one. Most important game is always the next one. Most important season is always the next one. That's what we believe in. We're going to go back, and this is the most important season I've ever coached in. This is going to be the most important plays we've ever called, the defense we've ever called, is this upcoming year. And so that's how we got to look at it. We don't change our philosophy of how we do things just because we had some injuries or we had whatever, What we
yes,
did
sir.
is we went back in the weight room, and if we figured out, hey, this may help us to keep from that injury happening again, we do those things.
Sure.
But we're going to come back and go to work like we do every day and compete. Because one thing I know about my kids, they're going to compete.
Yes, sir.
They're going to do that.
All right. Do you have any new additions to the staff? Do you have any changes to your staff? If so, how are they going to benefit the other coaches and your kids?
Yeah, Coach Alec Bryant got the Stephenville job here lately on the baseball end of things, okay? And he was one of my secondary coaches, one of our secondary coaches. Did a really good job. I'm proud for him to go to Stephenville. Devin Davison has been with us for the last couple of years, and he's been working with our middle school, and he's done a really good job. And so he's going to come up, move, and coach the safeties for us on defense. And got to hire Joey Chastain, who's been a head baseball coach at Cooper and at Miller Grove and stuff. He's going to come on and help out in football at the middle school, and he's going to help out with high school baseball. And got a really good hire out of that deal. You know, sometimes you think things go bad, and then it works out. It worked out really well for us. But yeah, other than that, that's the only change we had on our football staff was that one guy. You know, and the rest of it, but it worked out for us really well. You know, Devin's done a great job and deserves to be coaching varsity football because he's going to be a really good football coach one day.
All right, this is a redistricting year, so tell us about, and obviously your non-district schedule is going to change too, but tell us about your non-district schedule this year. Tell us about your new district and any opponents that Grand Saline normally hadn't played that you maybe want to highlight on the schedule.
Yeah, we hadn't. I mean, our non-district didn't change a whole lot. You know, we still we're open up with Cooper, then we got Palmer. The one thing that did change this year is we got Joaquin on our schedule. We're sitting at the regional meeting, you know, when they give out the realignment stuff. I thought we had Elkhart on the schedule, but some things didn't work out on their schedule and stuff and ours, so we couldn't make the game work, so we lost it. Anyway, sitting there, we didn't have anybody to play. Joaquin didn't have anyone to play, and we were both sitting there going, man, we're a long ways from each other. Let's wait a while. And anyway, we still couldn't find anybody, so we ended up just saying, hey, well, let's just go ahead and play. And so we're going to play Joaquin our third game, and then we still got Raines, who we've been playing in the fourth game. So that's that. None of that has changed. Then we are open up district against Harmony, and then we got Edgewood. So we'll know pretty quick how we're going to be standing, you know, because we got probably two of the favorites in the district that we go open up with. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it should tell us a whole lot about ourselves, you know. But we got them. Then we got, you know, Paris Chisholm is in this district now, and Prairie Land's in the district now, which don't know much about either one of them if you want to know the truth. I hadn't seen them. Last time I saw Prairie Land, we played them when I was at Mineola. I believe that was in 16. It was either 15 or 16. We played those guys in a playoff game one year, and we played at Range when we played them. So that's the last time I've seen them. So we'll kind of, and Lone Oak's in our district now. And so I haven't seen Lone Oak in a long time.
And you guys played Quitman last year.
We did play Quitman last year. Last time I played Lone Oak, I was at Mineola, and that was in 14. So it's been a while. You know, they've got new AD since then, and so we'll see. We'll have plenty of film when it's time to play them. So it ought to be interesting.
All right, Coach. Anything else you got for KMOO or the Grand Saline community going into your next year of coaching?
One kid I forgot was Francisco Elzalde. I was talking about my kids a while ago. Francisco, I think Dave Campbell, somebody told me he's got him picked to be maybe the defensive player of the year in our district, and he deserves that. He's worked really, really hard over the years. He's a heck of a football player for us. You know, he's a defensive end kid for us, and Francisco will come get you. You know, but man, I tell you what, I could not be prouder. This is a great community. I think I told you this last year. We've got a great community, and we've got great parents, and I love our kids. Our kids come to work every day. They have fun on the practice fields every day. They're fun to coach every day. They're an excitable group. You know, win, lose, or draw, they come back and go to work the next day. They believe in what we do. They love what we do, and man, I love coaching them. It's a lot of fun, and I love our parent support. Our parents support these kids, and not just in football. You know, you come to one of our games and volleyball, basketball, whatever, and we've always got a really good crowd. We really do, and that's why our kids are as good as they are. Is because they've got good people at home supporting them and wanting them to be successful. So I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud they let me be a part of it.
Coach, thank you so much. Good luck on the season, and we will see you soon.
You betcha, man. Thank you.
Thank you. The Grand Saline Indians will begin their 2024 football season on the road versus the Cooper Bulldogs. I want to thank head coach Joe Drennon for taking time to sit down with us for this preview. I also want to thank Grand Saline Veterinary for sponsoring this Grand Saline Pigskin preview. Tomorrow we'll begin our next Pigskin preview with the 2024 football season for the Alba Golden Panthers, brought to you by C&M Building Supply. I'm Conrad Bahr, C-Red, and you've been listening to the Butler7media Pigskin Preview for the Grand Saline Indians. Thanks for listening and have a great evening.
At Grand Saline Veterinary Clinic, they are dedicated to providing quality care and compassionate services. Grand Saline Clinic offers wellness, exams, spay and neuter, vaccines, boarding, grooming, dental care, and makes house calls. Locally owned and operated, they love their pets. The other location is Diamond L Veterinary Service in Wills Point. They are open Monday through Thursday 8 to 5:30 and Friday 8 to 5. Located at 370 Highway 110 in Grand Saline, call 903-962-4296. At Grand Saline Veterinary Clinic, working with you for the wellness of your pet.